We're at the 2024 Exxxotica New Jersey. Who's talking to?
Tom Byron. Unless I've been replaced.
Hey,
I don't know. Maybe.
what are you doing these days?
I'm living in upstate New York, semi-retired. I just started a little podcast called That Dude Podcast. Uh, Premieres every Friday on all my social media platforms, and was my first public appearance in over 10 years. So it's very interesting. A lot of interesting people walking around. And I hope everyone comes by and says hello and buys a fucking picture or two.
Your podcast.
That
Talking about on your podcast, are you talking about your mystery in the business? Or
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of like wing it. I try to book interesting guests. Had Jewel Denial on a couple of weeks ago. She was very popular. Nikki Dial was on about a month ago. She's awesome. Each episode sort of depends on the guest. You know what I mean? I just have a conversation with them, and the memories kind of come out in the conversation. The only thing I ask in the future is anyone that wants to be a guest, have a decent web connection. Because I did an interview with Gene Ross, and it wasn't the best. He had I don't know, maybe AOL dial-up fucking modem or whatever, but it was kind of frustrating. So yeah, man, come at me with a good strong cable signal, a good webcam, and we'll make some podcast magic, baby.
you did the seminar this morning. In your career, I remember shooting you as a singer, shooting you for
Yeah.
just Hollywood Journey. Did you really do that in Hollywood? Was that
Not really. I mean, the singer thing was like, well, I have this talent. I might as well try to exploit it. And maybe I could get some publicity out of it or whatever. But I don't know, my heart wasn't really into it because bottom line, I was put on this earth to be in the pornography industry. It's what I set out to do when I was a little kid in Texas. Well, not a little kid. I mean, 16 with a fake ID. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to do your research. And so I mean, everything that I've always thought about doing, being a concert pianist or being this or that, it's always within the context of pornography. I wanted to be, if I wanted to be a concert pianist, I want to be a concert pianist that goes on porn sets and impresses the crew. You know what I mean? So all my little fantasies, life fantasies or whatever, it's always within the context of porn.
and you had a long and just good career.
Yeah.
Differences generation-wise with the performers? Do you prefer maybe the girls in the 80s versus the girls in the 90s?
Well, I mean, I got in the business to make movies, like the films that I did my research on in Houston. I wanted to be one of those. I wanted to be a John Leslie, or Jamie Gillis. I wanted to be those actors in those films. So when I got in, the video cassettes were just kind of in their infancy. So, I mean, I got in business for two reasons: to be a movie star and to fuck girls on camera. I accomplished both, but I really wanted to be more of a 35 millimeter in the theater kind of deal. But hey, now I'm the home video fucking guy. So
If you work with Greg Dark and John, you look like John Leslie, but you
I work for all that. I work for Greg Dark. When I first met him, he was doing a documentary called, I think it was called Fallen Angels. He was a producer of this documentary, and he got in good with Jim South, and he met the people in the business, and then the Gregory Dark persona sort of spawned from that. I knew him as the producer of that documentary.
You were around when that stuff happened with Tracy and Ginger, and people were, however old or young, whatever, all that drama happened. Were you in the business at that point?
Yeah, I've been in the business since 1982. So I've seen them all come and go. I mean, I did a movie with John Holmes. I worked with Gerard Damiano a few times. Damiano actually wrote me a script probably about 30 years ago that I never ended up producing. It was called Undercover Lover. And I'd love to find that script somewhere and maybe, produce it as, one of the last Gerard Damiano written scripts, but I don't know. I can't find it. Yes. It's called Fame of the Whore on Butt Row. It's written by Mike Sager, who was the writer that wrote the book on John Holmes that became the inspiration for Boogie Nights and Wonderland. So yeah, we've been collaborating on this book for the last 5 years, and hopefully it comes out in after the first of the year. But it's a work in progress because my life is a work in progress. I need a happy ending from a goddamn book. So I don't know.
You retired.
Huh?
Retired because you didn't want to perform anymore?
Well, dude, I'm 63 years old right now. Yeah, your body and your mind tells you when it's time to quit. You know what I mean? So, I don't see a comeback in front of the camera in that respect. But you know what? Money talks, and we're talking a lot of money. So if it happens, it happens. But if not, I'll just keep doing my podcast. I want to start coming out and seeing people, going to conventions and stuff like that because, I like people watching, I like seeing people I haven't seen in years, like you. So, I'd like to do a lot more of this stuff,
Still working on what?
Well, I work adjacent to it. I live in upstate New York, and right now I'm kind of doing my own thing. But yeah, we live 3 minutes from each other.
You were doing like editing and stuff on his wrestling stuff?
Yeah, I did. XPW Wrestling. I did I did all the music videos. I put together all the shows. I'm basically the post-production supervisor for XPW. XPW is still running shows. They relaunched in 2021, and they're on hiatus right now. But hopefully, I'll get back to that because I like doing that stuff. I like doing music videos. Cutting them and putting them together. It's a lot of fun.
Anything you want to say to all your fans?
Thanks for watching me and buying my stuff. Support me on this new project, the podcast thing, because, I'd like to get some of that Joe Rogan money. You know what I'm saying? So, keep watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.